Hello friends, welcome back. My name is OmniFlash. I will be your guide to the perfect world mobile. I am giving away a $25 iTunes or Google Play gift card on October 15, 2019. To enter, all you have to do is like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and comment below. Today's video will be a combo video. This video is going to tell you how to complete Dusk Temple Twilight, plus one of my friends asked me to make a Cleric healing guide. I will show you how to heal any type of dungeon. However, it's very important to heal correctly in Dusk Temple Twilight. Now this is just the way that I heal. There are many ways to heal. So if you have some pointers that you want to point out, please comment below. Let everybody know how you heal and why you think that healing that way is better. Well, as you start Dusk Temple or any dungeon, you want to have a group of guildies. Like right here, I am running this group with Eden of Gaming. You just make a group of at least 4 people. 4 people that is in your guild, and everyone gets a drop rate boost. Now this guide is for Dusk Temple Twilight, which is the level 79 version of the Dusk Temple series. However, it should apply for Dusk Temple Eventide as well. The dungeon bosses are just a little bit stronger, plus they swapped out some of the mobs, the monsters inside the dungeon, to be stronger as well. When you come to this fork, be sure to turn left, get that treasure chest first. There's no reason to believe that if you don't get the treasure chest, that somehow your loot will be better. Your loot will be better if you party with your guildmates, and also if you have some life skills in luck, but not getting that chest will not increase your loot rate. Alright, so if you are the healer on your team, you want to set up your skills as I have on the bottom right hand corner. I like using Oak Heart. It's one of my favorite skills. You have absolutely no cast time and a 1-second cooldown. This way you can be moving while still healing. Now you see my whole teammate is glowing in green. You can have up to 3 stacks of Oak Heart. And I just scroll through my team, giving them at least 1 stack of Oak Heart. Now, if your team is taking more damage, you might want to give them 2 or 3 stacks of Oak Heart. Do be sure to give your tank 3 stacks of Oak Heart most of the time. Chromatic Heal Beam may be a slow skill. It takes 2.5 seconds to cast. However, if you have your whole team with Oak Heart, you will have time to cast it before they die. So if you have multiple people who have aggro enemies and they are all taking damage, go ahead and use a Chromatic Heal Beam. Alright, so back to Dusk Temple. Right here, these are the upgraded monsters, the Sand Fleas. These Sand Fleas deal a lot of damage. In Eventide, there were some giants, which didn't deal nearly as much damage as these Sand Fleas do. If you aggro 2 Sand Fleas, they do a ton of damage, so be sure to keep your team healthy at this moment. Wellspring is your strong single target heal. You want to use this whenever somebody is taking too much damage way too quickly for a heal beam to actually help. So be sure to use your heal beam and then use Wellspring. That should save the target that is dying too quickly. Then you can use your Heal Thunder. Heal Thunder is another AoE heal. So right now, go ahead then use your Heal Thunder. Now if you have multiple people who are dying at the same time, you might want to use Heal Thunder first. It's all situational. The last skill that you want to have on your main skill list is actually Plume Shell. You don't really need Purifying, because if you have to dispel something, you can just look up on the top left, and if you see the spell, you can dispel whoever it is right there. So it is actually Purify, just wastes a spot in your skill set. What you want to do with Plume Shell is, if someone is dying, I always save Plume Shell for DPS. I've never seen a situation where I couldn't heal my tank. However, sometimes DPSs are too squishy. They've aggroed too many monsters. You put a plume shell on them, and that could save them, plus your heals. This first boss, I've never had a lot of trouble with. You just have to make sure not to get hit by these hands. He summons a lot of hands, and then he also has a void that he sucks you into. Right now there's a spirit shift skill that does quite a bit of damage. You want to use regenerate in order to block 20% of that damage. And well, he dies. Being a healer, I've never actually used my Chi Burst because regenerate is so much better. Your regenerate heals your entire team. Chi Burst might make you 20% more magic attack or something, but I've always used regenerate because it is such a good skill. There's no need to use Chi Burst if you are a healer. God's Wrath is useful, especially on some bosses which there is a timer. You have to kill some bosses, especially in Dusk Temple. You have to kill some bosses quickly, or they get super powerful. They get enraged, and you aren't able to out-heal the damage that they do, and your team completely wipes. This next boss is exactly one of those bosses where you have a limited amount of time to kill before he becomes really mad and wipes your whole team. The Twilight Emissary. You want to be able to deal damage to him and do it quickly. So be sure to spam skills very quickly. He has this reaping skill. He summons a doppelganger, and then they both deal damage to you. The next thing he does, he summons a Devil's Orb. When he summons a Devil's Orb on one of your teammates, it deals a ton of damage to them. So what you want to do is, to this Devil's Energy Orb, is go towards the teammate who has a Devil's Energy Orb. The more teammates who are on top of the person who has the Devil's Energy Orb, all of the damage will be spread out on your team. And this way, that person won't die. He next summons elements. There is a way to kill these elements. First, you have to kill the wood element. Next, you want to kill the water element. And then last, you want to kill the metal element. But first, you have to kill the wood element first. So your tank will try to taunt and grab that wood element also. This way your team will AoE on the boss and the wood element at the same time. Alright, so you see I got the Devil's Energy Orb, and my team just gravitated towards me. I have a very good team, as you can see. You can turn on Regenerate when that orb is about to burst. I never stop using Oakheart, even if my entire team is completely healed and they are completely stacked with Oakheart. I continuously spam Oakheart just so that I can build up my Chi Burst. And when I have a lot of Chi, when I get 2 Chis, I can use Regenerate again. Right now you have, he summons elements again. And this time you want to kill the earth element first. And you see my tank taunted the earth element. So that, if your DPS doesn't know what element to kill, if your tank grabs the earth element, they will automatically AoE onto the earth element. So that's a very good way to have your DPS kill the earth element first without actually making sure that they speak your language. Sometimes they might be speaking a different language, they might not understand it even if you tell them. But have your tank grab the earth element is a great way to make sure that it dies first. Now the wood and the earth element actually sort of buffs the boss, gives it more defense, gives it more healing. So that's why you want to kill them first. Alright, so there's one more thing. If you're having trouble killing it, you could, at the very last moment, turn on God's Wrath. That will give your team extra DPS, perhaps to kill the boss before he gets enraged and wipes your team. Now, do remember your tank does have cooldowns on his taunts. So your DPS, especially your AoE nuke DPS like Rainfalls. Rainfalls is a wizard, and if you have the AoE nukes, it's going to aggro a ton of those spiders, and your tank won't be able to aggro all of them. So do keep your wizards and your AoE DPS healthy. If you beat the Emissary, you can pretty much celebrate. The Annihilator is actually easier than the Emissary. I do like the Annihilator's design though, he looks really cool. He summons a Demon Servant. Do want to kill the Demon Servant. Once again, I am cycling through my team, giving them all Oak Heart, building up my chi so that when I do need regenerate, I can regenerate. If you keep Oak Heart on your full team, they're gonna stay very healthy. Now this is Armageddon. It's very important that your whole team gets inside this purple shield, or they will die. Alright, now these crystals come up. My tank is going to go and grab one of these crystals. It will actually block the damage over time that the Pool of Faith does. You really want either your DPS or the tank to grab one of these crystals whenever the Pool of Faith comes back. You don't want your healer to actually have to stop healing and grab a crystal. Also, be sure to stay out of the red circles. But besides that, just keep dealing damage and try to deal damage quick enough before you run out of crystals, or that Pool of Fate will start doing damage to your team. Now, if you're able to beat the Annihilator without anybody dying, not having to revive anyone, you do get a special title. So if you follow this guide, you might be able to get a special title at the end. If you guys have any questions on how to heal or how to beat the Dusk Temple Twilight or Dusk Temple Eventide, be sure to comment below, let me know. Sometimes you have Dusk Temple events where you get twice as many rewards for Dusk Temple. You want to save your Dusk tickets. Sometimes you get these Dusk tickets. Use those Dusk tickets to get more rewards when there is double rewards during Dusk Temple. I made this video because someone asked me to have a healing guide. But also, I know that the Dusk Twilight boss, the second boss, is extremely hard. And if you follow this guide, you'll be able to beat it. I hope it helps you, and I'll see you guys next time. And next time, you might also have this achievement, Leave Nobody Behind. I'll see you next time.